Hey guys, it's Sean G back with another video. Thank you guys for tuning into another video. I really appreciate it, guys. Guys, I'm giving an update, which will be a little story time here on this video today. I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday season and a few days of heading into the new year. I'm most thankful and grateful for the ending part of 2023 because it's coming to a close of something that I started on YouTube 4 years ago. I got an unexpected visit today. I had a knock on my door, and all I can say is, through all the praying, all the fussing, fighting, and cussing, and laughing and crying and praising the Lord that I done did, or you guys witnessed while viewing my videos, guys. I'm always keep a smile regardless to what. It's the light of my life, guys. No matter how dark my days get, my smile always brighten up my life. But with that said, I did receive a knock on the door, and I got some information that I didn't know that was coming within 24 hours. Everything that I prayed for, as far as me bringing what I brought to you all to my platform in hopes of connecting with those like me or those who are dealing with similar situations, that it goes to show that no matter how long something takes, if it's well worth it, then it's well worth fighting for. And I didn't fought. Lord knows I didn't fought. I didn't fought for these last 6 years, but 4 years on YouTube, since the beginning of it, guys. But like I said, I did get some information today that's about to move forward in this thing. I won't get into detail, y'all, because if you've been following me, then you guys already know that I've been talking about this since I came on YouTube. So with that said, guys, things are really looking up. I had a feeling that I was close, but didn't know how close I really was to closing this chapter and being able to move on forward from it, hopefully soon thereafter. But anywho, the things that need to be done, God has opened doors for those very things to start getting done. And again, guys, I was not expecting a knock on my door unannounced, but I can say it was good news this time. And I'm happy. I'm happy not only to hear about what's is taking place to move forward. I'm also happy that it's finally about to take place. And it's a lot of changes about to come around here in the community that I live in. I don't necessarily do things for me. It's more so for everybody else. But I knew that there was going to come a time, which is plenty times throughout my life, that I have to step back. Because I know that I'm only one person, but I wear many hats. I done played many roles throughout this little 55 years of me being on God's great earth. I know I wear many hats, but I also know that I needed to take care of me. Nobody else can do that but me. Nobody else can do a greater job in taking care of me but me and that man upstairs. And through prayer with you guys and being patient enough with me throughout these 4 years, because I know I can be a lot. I know I am a lot when people don't understand my reasoning for doing things the way I choose to do them. It don't have to be on somebody else's time. But I know when I stepped up on this platform, I was on time for a lot of things. And in closing of 2023, I'm breathing, guys. I can finally say, and I've said it a number of times on here, I can finally say I can breathe, because the help that was needed for so long seemed like it was taking forever. And I thank God for finally saying, okay, Shonda, enough is enough. I got you. You keep stepping in. You keep having these setbacks. You keep doing what you want to do. And you're asking me to take hold of the situation. But yet, because I ain't on your time, you want to grab it back and go try to handle it yourself. God knows in the human form, that's what I always done once I learned. And I took a hold of it, and I made the best out of what I could. I'm a helper, guys, not a hinderer. And no matter how long things take, God always shows up at the right time. Those inspirational quotes that I was sending out to you guys, I also was saying them for me too. A lot of things that I don't come on here and say, guys, from a personal standpoint, it's because I'm so used to handling things the way I feel I need to handle them when it comes to me. Not saying that it's nobody's business or whatever the case may be, but life for me ain't been peaches and cream. I know a few of my fam twos early on in my videos, as I was sharing a bit of me, or part of me, with you all, when you all heard or listened to my story, that I've been through a lot, starting from childhood. And the response from those fam twos said in the comments that I don't look like what I've been through. I owe that to the Almighty God and the will and power and determination of free will that God has given me, that I had a decision to make. And in making that decision, either you're going to do the right thing, or you're going to fall into that category of what happened to you. And just because you have things happen to you in life don't mean that you turn into that tragedy. You may have started off being a victim because you was victimized. But on the other side of that, you became victorious because you was able to overcome most of it from a physical point. Because the fight to try to be better than those people that tried to make you into something that you were never, or God never intended you to be. That's where my life began, in my making my own life decisions. And I do what works for me. And even if it don't work, I can't say I didn't try. I had to start off helping me first. After I seen that at this point I can't help nobody because I'm in a situation to where I need to help me. I was too young to know anything back then. But when I found my footing, as I say, everything happened around 16, 17 years old. I started making my own life decisions, no matter how harsh they may have been to somebody else. I was making sure that I had me as best as I could have me because I had to see about me. And I'm saying this to say, not in a selfish way, guys. You have to take time for you. You have to pay attention to you. You have to take care of you. After you done all that you can for somebody else for however long you had to do it or felt you needed to do it for somebody else, that time that you have left in that day, you have to prioritize. You have to get to the point to where you're not being left out, because it's a lonely place to find yourself in when you done did everything for everybody else. And now it's time that you need somebody. And the only thing is there is that shadow, a dark shadow. You need to breathe life back into that shadow because it was with you from day one. But anywho, guys, in this season, we don't know from one day to the next. All that we know is that split second of what we have and what we don't have. And depending on whether it's a want or need, that decision has to be left up to that person. If you're able to fulfill either one of them, then do so. But me, on the other hand, I knew this thing was bigger than me. It was way bigger than me. Everything I'd been through was way bigger than me. But I also knew that it was mediocre to that man upstairs. But I always counted on him. And I talked to him, like I say, on the daily. I talked to him more than I talk to anybody about anything. Well, I really don't talk to anybody, and I really don't talk about anything. But I do talk to the Lord constantly. And he's showing himself yet again in ways to let me know in confirmation. I heard those cries. Not only yours, but those that you were praying for, those that you were praying with, those that you were having a conversation with, those that you've been giving love hugs to and encouraging them, embracing them, and letting them know that they matter too. They have a voice too. And if nothing else, I learned when I found my voice, it speaks value. And I made a promise. I really made a promise during this time of season. The three neighbors that are no longer here, may they rest in peace. We had a number of conversations, sit downs about what they were experiencing while living in their units. So much is going on, and so many are having different issues, but it all plays a part in why so many was falling ill, even if they did have medical conditions already. I truly believe that the conditions that they were living under contributed to it. And I made a promise to all three of them. I'm going to do whatever I can through prayer, fasting, and making sure this mouthpiece that God gave me, power, free will to use it. Because I say when I talk, guys, I do, but it's what I talk about that matters. If I'm not helping nobody, then what is all the rest of it for? I'm not finna be out here using my energy towards something that I'm not going to benefit from. That's useless. But I'm fulfilling that promise to my three neighbors that are no longer physically here. But I know they're watching over and saying, you did say, or you did do what you said you were going to do. I'm that person. Or I try to at least stay as close to being that person, because I'm not perfect. But my promises that I make wholeheartedly, I try to fulfill best as I possibly can. I learned not to take on too much at one time, because that's how it started off from the beginning. And it overwhelmed me, and I found myself from a mental state dealing with way more than I can handle. But my frustration and anger, and I say I don't get angry, but everybody does. I just don't choose to use that word. I found my outlet is getting the pressure off of me, and I release it by cussing. Not in a way to where it will further damage a situation, but also to let me know, not as only a human, but from a spiritual realm, that the flesh gonna go through a lot of things. It's called life experiences. You go through tests. And from a spiritual standpoint, going through those tests is where your blessings come from when you come out on the other side. And I use my voice in that manner. When I cuss, I'm not cussing to make the situation worse. I found through cussing it's bold, it's strong, it gets your attention. It hits you right where I want it to. I want you to feel it because it's real and it's not for play. And I'm tough loving you in a way to let you know that. I'm not into harming nobody. But I ain't finna let nobody harm me, not if I can help it, by putting me in harm's way. I knew coming back here exactly what I came back here for. Totally different night and day for when I first came here. Seeing it as walk in the park. Totally different from my hometown, from where I'm from. And I said that I never forget it when I got up to my nephew's house. And we woke up that next morning and I stepped out on his back, in his backyard. And I said, hey, nephew. I said, if there's anything like heaven, I'm close to it. That's why I go to the lake as often as I possibly can. I love water, I always have. And I said, one day, hopefully one day, Lord's will, one day I'm going to end up with me a house. And it's going to have the biggest swimming pool. And all I'm going to do is swim. I miss swimming, guys. That's one of my hobbies, one of my sports, or whatever you want to call it. But I miss swimming. I would love to do nothing other than to jump in my pool and just swim. Be submerged in that water. You know, water gives energy, guys. It's like it's electrifying. I love water so much. And one day I'm going to have my house with that big old swimming pool. And I'm going to be able to make a video on it one day. One day I will. That's going to be the highlight of my life, besides raising my children, having and raising my children, building my family. But yeah, I always wanted a house. And one day I will have. I don't ask for much, really don't need much, but I be grateful and thankful for what I do have. But I just wanted to make this video, guys, just to give an update on what's going on and moving forward. These new people that's coming in ain't going for the okie dokie at all. When I tell you there's changes being made, they are being made. And I'm not talking about a year from now, months from now. It's in process of getting these things done. And I thank and praise God that it's beginning and ending all at the same time, to where nobody in these units have to suffer, or that's been suffering, have to continue suffering in the manner that they have. They have to be quiet. All you had to do was take a stand. Probably the littlest one in the crowd. But as the old saying goes, one who speaks the loudest is the first to be heard. You can ignore it. You can even lie. Don't know why. But the truth will always be what it is. There's nothing against the truth before the truth. And that's what I stand 10 toes down on and will continue. And I want you guys to stand 10 toes down in what you believe is right. I want you to stand 10 toes down as well and use your voice. I believe God gave us what we have for a reason. The things that he didn't give us is strengthen us in every area. other areas, so we wouldn't be lacking. But use what you have to do what you need to do to become a better you in whatever way you see fit. If you find where you at, then you done reach your peak as well. But it's okay to be happy. Even when you're sad, you still happy. Because it's always something that's going to remind you of them happy days. And that's the good that you're supposed to hold on to and make it better. And get to the best version of you that you can get to. And as I said, life gonna keep on life regardless. It ain't waiting on you. So why is you waiting on it when you have the time today to make a change? When I came on here to use this platform, I knew what I was using this platform for. I just asked the Lord to bless it. Whatever I'm putting out on this table, let it be nourishing to somebody else that need to be refilled. Let them know that they're not alone. Let them know that there's an open door on this platform called the comment section. You're free to talk to me. I'm free to talk to you. And I do when I see comments up under my videos. I may not talk much because I'm not really a talkative person like that. It's only when matters and situations that need to be addressed is what I speak on. Other than that, you probably wouldn't even never hear from me because, like I say, I'm not really a talkative person, and I don't like people in my business for number one because I'm too busy minding my own business, so I really don't have time to spread my business no further than, the connection that had been made. And that's on a business level. To come to a personal level, I mean, for most of those that know me besides family or got to know me at some point in time, still can say, still to this day, out of all of these years, yep, that's Shonda. She ain't lying, that's Shonda. But I truly believe that when you doing what you believe is right, never second guess yourself into believing that something is wrong. Everything is not going to feel right when you're doing it. Most of the time they don't. But you have to follow through anyway. But I'm going to go ahead and get up off of here. I think I'm at almost 29 minutes. Didn't mean to be that long, but I just wanted to make this video to update you guys. May not have said much, but I say I'm straightforward, but sometimes this don't want to get my words out the way that I'm really trying to get them out. But nevertheless, whatever needs to be said has been said. If it was one time, then it was a million times over. But all right, guys, love you guys. I thank you all again for the love, support, shares, and comments, prayers. I really appreciate it. This is Sean G, just doing me. Always remember, guys, to keep your heads up no matter what. Happy holidays. Stay safe out there. See you all on my next video. Until then, guys,